up, Woody Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Inc. Today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Kuroshitsuji, aka Black Butler chapters 316 through 319. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable Will Bubba Kitty, who's somewhere around here, and this operation, well, again, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we could have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, which we covered in both the sub and the dub. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 patron, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there is a stacked summer anime season coming to a close, in which we're covering Witch Watch, Gotchi Kuda, Togenanki, and the second seasons of My Dress Up Darling and Dan to Dan. And there's even more on the way, so please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So, last time I covered Black Butler, we had a run-in with a mysterious stranger who said that they knew Sebastian, and also Seal is going to the smoking room to get more info as well. So let's get to 216 first, see what's in store for us today. Ah, the wonderful human world. And this chapter is titled The Butler Tallying. Ooh. So, why did you stop me? So we got his name! His name's VLADIS! Mr. VLADIS, we request you refrain from violent behavior in the presence of ordinary guests. Nectar Springs is a paradise where all customers receive expert service. I hope your wounds, too, will be rejuvenated at this hotel. Do relax and enjoy your stay. So now we know who he is. He's VLADIS. Sebastian, how many guest rooms do you think this hotel has? The number of guest rooms in all? Let me see. I cannot give you a precise number unless I actually count them, but judging from the size of the site and number of floors, I would estimate a similar number of rooms as the Savoy, which opened in London this summer, though Nectar Springs feels slightly smaller. I recall the Times reporting that the Savoy has approximately 260 guest rooms. They are also known to boast the latest facilities. Then that only raises more questions. How do you mean? Well, based on the information you collected, it's rumored the number of nobles and gentry currently staying at the hotel is at least 150. That is based on just a few days of observation, which means the actual number of guests is far larger than that. Moreover, most of them visit resorts with their families and bring their servants with them. The word caravan has been used to poke fun at such large groups of traveling well-to-dos. Well, if we believe the bellboy's words, servants are assigned guest rooms, not waiting rooms, which means each family would require 3 to 4 guest rooms. 1 for the master and madam, a second one for the children and nursemaid, 3 for the male servants, and 4 for the female servants. At the very least, that would require 450 rooms. One of the largest grand hotels in Europe, the Langham London, has 600 guest rooms, but even the Langham may not suffice for the amount staying here. Sebastian, I want you to start by asserting the true number of guest rooms. This uneasiness I feel may lead us to what Barnabas is truly up to. Well, of course, right away. In the meantime, would you care to wait in lounge over there? The lounge? But why? This won't even take you 5 minutes. I'd have to leave before the tea is fully served. Right? Yeah. Oh, sorry, tea is fully steeped. The costumes of ladies can be quite useful sources of information. Do make the most of the idle minutes before my return, young master. Now, if you'll excuse me. One Jiling tea. Yes, sir. Say, madam, have you heard about it? About the spa in the basement? Of course I have. It's why I'm here. I have a reservation already. Everyone at the tea parties I've attended talked of how it rejuvenates the body and soul. I could drop the children at Mary Ocean Pier and enjoy relaxing steam bath while they're occupied. There's a skating rink at the aquarium, and the Royal Pavilion is well worth seeing. There's no shortage of leisure facilities here. I've had quite enough of winters where all I do is walk up and down the long gallery of our country house. The Savoy is a fine hotel, but Nectar Springs is right by the sea and quiet as well. Even my mother-in-law is in high spirits from all the fresh air. Yes, indeed. This truly is paradise. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah. I have returned, young master. So this hotel has 300 guest rooms. I was right. There aren't enough rooms for everyone. I would like to compare what we know against the hotel register to see who is currently staying here. Why would the hotel agree to such a request? Some of them might have been sent to another resort. The hotel may be moving guests to a different location when they're fully booked. Just like how Sphere Music Hall sent their followers to their second hall in Bath. That would make sense. In any case, we'll have to gather information the old-fashioned way, as we have no reliable source of our own. According to the ladies, Mary Ocean Pier, the aquarium, and the Royal Pavilion are where many guests pass the time. I want to avoid coming across that fellow again while the hotel is full of guests. That earlier scene attracted too much attention already. The smoking room opens at night, so let's go outside to investigate before then. As you wish. Your tea is ready. Oh, he left before the tea. He was right. He was right about that. Ooh, so here's the Mary Ocean Pier. It really is a theme park built atop the water. That's sick. In contrast to West Pier, where people stroll the boardwalk and take in the scenery, this is built more like a traveling fair. Ariel, raise a storm and sink the ship! Woo! Hello, Master, I have done the worthy service. When will you give me liberty? Is this a touring theater? Oh, but nobles prefer to keep their children away from such vulgar entertainment. The program is Shakespeare's The Tempest. Ooh, okay. Let's see, The Tempest, a romance played by William Shakespeare. I know it's weird, but I like Shakespeare. I do. And I don't even read the modern English. I read the old English because it's very simple to understand. The magician Prospero, former Duke of Milan, is exiled to a solitary island with his daughter after his brother's betrayal. Accompanied by the spirit Ariel and the monster Caliban, Prospero commands Ariel to conjure up a storm and trap those who banished him so he may take revenge for his exile. A man whose brother betrayed and exiled him vows to regain his status and take revenge. Now, where have I heard that story before? Sounds very familiar, huh? I cannot but sympathize with Ariel, who Prospero works like a slave. Ariel does not trouble her master with her past scandals, unlike a certain devil I know. Ooh! It seems the script and the production of a classic that is performed at the likes of Covent Garden have been adapted for children. The performance is now suitable for guests of Nectar Springs. The Children's Guardian would prefer Shakespeare to Punch and Judy, which is a puppet show that was popular for its cruel and absurd comedy. Dude, what a clever idea. That actually is pretty smart. I will give them that. The latest electric carousel and roller coaster, street performers and stalls. Children could spend a whole day here without getting bored. Perhaps young master would also like to take a ride on the carousel? Never. At least the roller coaster, like, come on. Any more time spent with these childish frivolities would be pointless. Let us move on. As you wish. Ooh, someone's spying on them. But who? Who is spying on them? Let's get to 217. Out of the bathing machine and into the sea. And this chapter is titled The Butler Visiting. So this is the Royal Pavilion. Almost seems like an Indian palace imagined by a satirical painter by the looks of it. Yeah, I could see that. It even looks slightly Turkish. Yeah, I could see it. The Royal Pavilion, built by the then Crown Prince George IV between the late 18th century and the early 19th century. He wallowed in luxury and pleasure and spent much of the Crown's budget on his personal interests, chiefly the Royal Pavilion. It is the pinnacle of chinoiserie, there we go, chinoiserie, extravagance, and also known as the Pleasure Palace. It's no surprise that Her Majesty was quick to sell the palace off to the city of Brighton. She must have wanted to quickly wash her hands of the tainted legacy of her spendthrift, womanizing uncle. The ethical, family-oriented queen. This place does indeed go against her public image. Actually, I've heard Her Majesty had built her own paradise. You mean Osborne House on the Isle of Wight? Well, Osborne House was designed in a simple Southern European style with a kitchen garden made exclusively for her children. Furthermore, Her Majesty and Prince Albert paid for it themselves, so people had nothing to complain about. Well, in contrast to George IV, who poured public funds into this palace. George, you fucking idiot. Her Majesty prefers quiet. Neither does she want uninvited guests to enter her garden. That may be why she has her watchdogs. Well, it would seem they had a very different taste as well. The palace is cramped, the ceilings are low, and I hate the vulgar chinoiserie more than anything else. Let's see. As such, the palace is currently being used as an art museum and concert hall. Oh, charity bazaar for children in need and children's ball. The Pleasure Palace is now a venue for children's charities? Wealthy vacationer, that's actually pretty smart, because wealthy vacationers who visit this resort come here and then are cheated out of their pocket change. How very efficient is right. A theme park by day and charity ball venue by night. The place is just like London during the season. Well, young master, would you care to stop in for a dance too? What makes you think I would want to participate in an event for children? My sincere thanks for your cooperation, Sir Miles. Today's charity bazaar was a success. This wouldn't have happened without you, the director, emeritus of the Royal National Lifeboat Lifeboat Institution. These are the fruits of your labor, Mr. Mayor. If I was able to help the children in some way, my visit to Brighton was well worth it. Isn't that so, Rena? Yes, there's nothing quite like a child's smile. Madam, I'm deeply touched by your words. I hate this outfit. No, she's not my wife. She's a close friend. Miss Petrovna has been devoted to charitable work ever since she lost her husband. As my husband used to say, a true noble must always be a champion of the weak. I'm merely living out his beliefs. Your generosity is greatly appreciated. Your late husband must be happy in heaven. Yes, surely. Oh, forgive me. I shouldn't be crying on such a joyous day. I feel this pain. Oh, you over there. Wait. What a splendid outfit. Are you a private or a phantom? Did you come to the children's ball with your father? Father being Sebastian. Sorry, this eye patch is not for show. What? I'm sorry. Please excuse my discourtesy. You cannot attend the ball, but won't you accept this instead? It is but a trifle, but do use it for children in need. Oh my, I appreciate your kindness. Won't you give me your name? I'd like to note it in our donor record. This is an anonymous donation, as my master does not wish to attract attention. He's young, but I can see he already possesses the true spirit of charity. Let's be going, Sebastian. Yes, sir. That Sir Miles is a former Navy captain who was decorated as a knight for his distinguished military service in the Indian Ocean Fleet. Miles Kennard is his name. His name was on the list of hotel guests I acquired in London. He has a wife and children, yet he engages in charitable work with his lover, and he calls himself a knight? 'Twas a scene one might expect to see in George IV's beloved Brighton of old. Yeah, I could see it. It's getting dark. The sun sets early in winter. Now back to the hotel, young master. All right, now let's get to 218. Okay, so 218 is titled The Butler Enhancing. The experts of service welcome beings of every kind. Welcome back. Was the experience in Brighton to your liking? It was, though a day was not enough to see everything. I'm pleased to hear that. Do take your time and enjoy sightseeing during your stay. I recommend you make a day trip to the Seven Sisters and Devil's Dyke too. It's called the Devil's Dyke. Oh my fucking god, this name. Oh, the Devils, you say? Will you take dinner at the hotel restaurant tonight? Today's course features fresh seafood. That sounds so yummy. I haven't had fresh seafood in a minute. God, but I would get for some salmon though. Oh my god. I want salmon really bad. That will be fine. A table for two then. Yes, sir, we will have a window seat ready for you. Please come to the restaurant at around 7 this evening. I was certain you would reserve a private dining room. We may encounter guests that are on our list like we did with Sir Miles at the Royal Pavilion. As I mentioned before, we'll have to gather information the old-fashioned way. How fortunate I was prudent to bring your dinner jacket. How fortunate I was prudent enough to bring your dinner jacket. I will prepare you a change of clothes at once. So now, we're at the dining hall. Damn! Sebastian and Seal look so good! Yeah! really snazzy in their suits. I say, who is that stylish gentleman? I don't remember him from any of the London dinner parties. I wonder if he is from the countryside, yet his suit is the latest style. What a stunning lad. His face looks familiar. Is he an opera singer? Perhaps I saw it in Portraits of the Week or Society and Fashion in the Illustrated London News. He must be one of Baron Fairchild's business associates. The Illustrated Police News is where they saw us. Not, it's a act natural, just act natural and no one will notice. Not in the Portraits of the Week, but in Phillips of the Week. This is why I avoid being around high society. They're also very vexing. Well, young master's previous disdain for these parties may prove beneficial to us now. The smoking room opens after dinner. For the moment, allow us to savor the fresh seafood Brighton so proudly boasts. Oh, there he is. Are you absolutely certain that Butler is the one? I know that revolting nose-curling smell. It's him, I'm sure of it. He looks so serious when pretending to be human. I couldn't help but... Is he a devil? Like, that's what I was thinking, was that he was a devil. So the child accompanying him is his contractor? What a curious taste he has. Oh, Lord our Father, have you any mercy for this... Oh, he's a priest! Have you any mercy for this corrupted body and soul? I implore you to give me the sword of judgment once more. Slaying the devil shall be my final act of service before I rejoin you. In my service lives hope. In my service lies fate. And in my service I atone. As I am a butler even in death! There's no way he's a devil. Right? He's either an angel or a devil. But, this is getting even more interesting. All right, let's get into the final chapter, which is 219, which is titled The Butler Entertaining. Like, based on, speaking of, in terms of VLADIS, he looks like a, he's giving off priest vibes. So, that's why I'm like, is he more, he's got to be an angel, right? Right? Let me know in the comments. So now we're at 219. This is the first time I've seen you sit down and take a meal. Though I have seen you taste dishes. Ooh, Charlotte Russe is so good. Oh my god, oh my god. Which is ice cream with berry, Collis, there we go. Your palate must be different from a human's. Is it to your liking? I find it neither delicious nor distasteful, but every ingredient was fresh. You had an extra dish today, which means the hotel serves excellent meals for humans. Excuse me, sir, the smoking room is ready. You may move there if you so wish. We will. Here we go. Here's the smoking room. Woo! Oh, there's that fucker. Yeah, he's gotta be like, is he, yeah, he's gotta be an angel. We'll see. Hopefully we'll see in a second. Welcome, to the smoking room, our hotel's pride and joy. Partaga cigars from Havana, vintage cognac and tawny port. We have everything. Dude, for real. So here you are again, devil. Well, good evening. What a coincidence. Coincidence? No, this is fate. You may let the flames of passion burn to your heart's content. That being said, the smoking room is a salon for ladies and gentlemen. Do remember you are here to savor the smoke and not the fire. A hotel is a place where many people visit and leave without incident, yet guest tales may become entangled with one another. If only for a fleeting moment, how about you enjoy the entertainment we have devised, where you share tales of your past and future with fellow guests. Woo! We call this the game the Spring of Tales. Spring of Tales? It is a game where you visit the sources of the tales each of you secretly hold in your hearts. He's being awfully pompous, but the hotel must have devised that contrivance as a conversation starter among guests. It is perfect for coaxing information from that man. Well, there must be something I must recall regarding the night you mentioned. Would you be willing to share your story with me? I've nothing to share with the likes of... However, I must show this boy how the devil toyed with and demeaned me. Tonight I shall tell you all that happened. My butler is dedicated in earnest. I simply cannot imagine him doing such a thing. Still, anything is possible. I am prepared to listen carefully to your account. Ooh, are you enjoying... Sebastian's pissed. Are you enjoying yourself, young master? Pardon the interruption, but won't you allow me to join your game? I was searching for the right moment to speak to the stylish duo who caught everyone's attention at dinner time, and to the lovely lady over there. Oh my, well count me in too. I tour all over Great Britain, yet rarely do I have the pleasure of meeting a beauty like you. I would also like to learn the rules of polite society from all you fine gentlemen. Well, well, the tinglings of stories appears to already be underway. A myriad of tales will be spun at this hotel tonight, like water gushing from a spring. Would everyone take a seat at the center table? Let's now dive into the spring of tales. Woo! This is going to be very interesting. But man, I'm so curious about VLADIS. I want to make sure. Yeah, I'm very curious about VLADIS. So, Motri VLADIS, his full name, I'm glad I double checked this, is Motri VLADIS. So Sebastian dragged his ass to hell, so, I wonder if the Undertaker revived him. Oh, I would not be surprised if Undertaker revived him to give him an opportunity to get back at Sebastian. Oh, I would not be surprised by that. I would not be surprised by that at all. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think the Undertaker revived VLADIS so he could get his vengeance on Sebastian? That's what I'm leaning towards. So it seems like he is. So is he a Reaper is another question. I don't know if... I'm very curious. Do you guys think he's a Reaper that worked with Undertaker? Or do you think Undertaker... because this is obviously one of Sebastian's victims. So I feel like Undertaker brought this guy back to life. If he is a corrupt priest, I will lose my fucking mind. I kind of hope so. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Black Butler content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee. Purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord. Friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. And until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!